back to what we were talking about. I want to go into documentary film. So if you're coming late, type in what is that documentary film that you would like to make? What would it be about? What would be the story? What is your favorite documentary film? Just try to give me a little bit of background on what's going on with you. And let me talk about our very first documentary film. And that is this. It was our film with Mr. Dorian Yates, and we called it Inside the Shadow. And this is a film with one of our most popular guests on London Real. We made this film 3 years ago. We had never made a movie in our life. I knew nothing about how to make movies, but we thought to ourselves, you know what? We want to do more than just two guys sitting in leather chairs talking. We wanted to actually create an amazing visual experience. I think we make some of the greatest trailers in the whole world when it comes to the 2 minutes you see before an episode that teases what the episode's going to be about and shows you about the guest. So we thought, well, we can make 2-minute videos. Let's make an 80 or 90-minute video and see what we can do. So luckily, Dorian was there to help us. He offered for us to come down to Spain and spend 5-6 days with him. And here's a teaser of that movie, Inside the Shadow. By the way, you can watch all of these movies for free on our website, londonreal.tv. But here's the trailer for Dorian.
Peace, love, enjoy, relax. That's what it's all about, and that's why we're here.
And that was just a little taste of our Dorian Yates documentary film. We premiered this at BAFTA here in London, which is basically the equivalent of the Oscars in the UK. And it was just a tremendous evening. There was like 300 people there. It was like drinks. Dorian wore a suit and tie for like the first time. We had a Q&A, and everybody was really blown away by this film. We really tried to explore Dorian's journey from being Mr. Olympia, a guy that was muscle-bound and famous all around the world, to then having an injury and having to walk away from that and tell himself a new story, transition into a new person, and the struggles that are associated with that, how he got to where he was. And we did yoga on the beach. We went to his weed club and smoked some weed with Dorian, which kind of knocked me on my butt. And we just tried to make it real. And I'll be honest, when I look at it now, I see lots of errors, but I also see lots of beauty, you know, because we went for it, you know, and it was, our intentions were really pure. We wanted to really honor the story and honor Dorian. And it's a great movie. It's been watched, you know, I think over 1 million times on YouTube, and of course on our website even more. And it just goes to show you, you know, sometimes you just need to pull the trigger and start something. You know, I could have waited around for financing, for expertise, for someone to give me permission, but we said, no, we're just going to do it. And like I said, we made a lot of mistakes, but we made the film. We premiered the film, I think 3 months after we filmed it, which was an amazing accelerated pace. And it meant a lot to Dorian, it meant a lot to us, and it put us on the map as more than just a podcast, right? I've never thought that's what we were, but we really proved that we were a multimedia company, that we were really transforming lives with our content, and it was something that we were really proud of. So yeah, go watch that movie if you haven't yet. And again, just see it as our first foray into this space. Again, we didn't really know much about how to tell a story, and I'll explain that later, but it was a great way to kind of test it. And again, if you're coming late, tell me, what is that documentary film that you would like to make? What's that story you would like to tell? And what's the thing that's stopping you? That's what I want to know, because maybe I can give you some advice today. And there's some great comments coming in. Obviously, we did the unboxing on the gold button, so people are really excited that. Lone Ranger saying congratulations. Aman said, well done, phenomenal YouTube channel. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Carolyn Williams says, wonderful transformation that we've made, so I really appreciate that. So a canceller says, please talk about creating low-budget films. You know, every one of our films is low budget. We take our crew, we take the cheapest plane flights, we take the cheapest Airbnb, we film it, we edit it here. On Dorian, we didn't even have a professional sound grade or color grade, and we put it together. So a lot of people have excuses when it comes to money. The truth is, you don't need financing. I know entire documentary films that were made on an iPhone. So I believe that's an excuse. If you're waiting for permission or funding or all that, don't. Make your film. There's people that talk about making films, and there's people that make films. All right, let me say that one more time. There's people that talk about it and people that make them. Which one do you want to be? We make films. When you make a film, you learn a ton. When you talk about making a film, you don't learn anything. All right, so I encourage you to go out there and pull the trigger, make a 10-minute documentary, right? Start with a vlog, do a 10-minute documentary, try to tell a story. That's really what you want to do, is tell a story. At London Real, we believe that individual transformation can change the world. Join us and start your journey today.